The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome, everybody, to Jal, New Mexico, as we are in a JV game. It's almost the end of the third quarter. And as you see by the score, Jal is up by 2 over the Loving Lady Falcons. Thanks for being here. This is Ron Gunter. That I got right. So definitely going to make sure that you get some coverage here for the doubleheader that we've going on. First of 2 consecutive games. It'll be at home. The last one, of course, will be the last one for the season. Of course, barring there's going to be the tournament afterwards. But for the regular season anyway, it will be on Monday. That, of course, is going to be against Tatum. Then we get to go to Eunice on Tuesday, and Friday we wrap it up. And it's just one more week, and hard to believe that this season is just about to end, at least for the preseason goes. We'll talk about that, too, as far as what the expectations are for the girls. Seem to be, in the driver's seat right now. They can have a chance to be able to earn a position in the playoffs. It won't be a top one, but it definitely will be in the playoffs. The boys are fighting, and they're going to need some help to get in probably, but they are on the bubble right now with the ranking of 617. Of course, I'll talk about that before their game as well. So it is now the fourth quarter. We've got the score of 30-24 for the junior varsity, and we have one more quarter to go, of course. Got an update for you as it is the end of the first quarter for the girls. Texaco is up 18-6 already into that one. So Texaco, a huge team to beat, and that's one of the reasons why they are ranked at number 1 for the girls. In fact, actually, the only team they've lost recently to was Tatum, and so they've exchanged on their away games. So it's very interesting to see what's going to happen with that. But for right now, they're both tied up in the district, so we're going to see who gets the top billing for that as well. But for right now, of course, we're all about the Jal Panthers, whether it be the girls or the boys. Want to make sure that they both win. But this is a matchup that they saw on Monday, on Monday in Loving. The girls were able to win. Actually, both the boys and the girls were able to win. That was their first of 3 for the boys. So they're definitely going to see if they can get victory number 4 for the boys. And Jal wanting to get back on the winning side of things as they had a little bit of a slip up again. Tatum is one of the top teams. So, you can afford to do that, especially when you're on the road. But when you're here, well, actually, that was actually here. So that on the road with Tatum is going to be a little tougher. But they are ready for the challenge. Let's go ahead and take a break. You can continue watching this game. 7:42 to go. 30-24 is the score still as the first one goes up and rattles in. I'll be back in just a moment to let you know what's going on and, of course, get you the pregame for the Lady Panthers. All right here, as we also want to thank our sponsors real quick, starting with Lasco Construction, Mamacitas, Jal Municipal Schools. Also want to thank Panther Energy, Woolworth Library, Iron Horse Sports Cafe, and Eunice Pump and Supply. Thank you guys. Without you, of course, we would not be able to put these on the air and also be able to watch them anytime you like after the game, of course, is over with. And that's also worldwide, of course, on the web, on HobbsAmerica.com and on YouTube. Be back in just a moment.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Still in the fourth quarter with the score, as you see, 34-26. There was an injury just a moment ago, and she was helped off the court. So hopefully she will be doing better. I believe the looks like the JV squad on the boys' side has finished as they are going into the locker room. And the girls still playing, of course, like I said. They're in the fourth quarter. I believe 6:50 is the time right now left in the game. And we are in a timeout. Yeah, this is usually when we're playing spots, but just want to let you know, keep you updated as far as what is going on, what to expect. We've still got a long way to go for this JV game. It's 5:50 to go in this game. And Jal inbounding the ball. They were down at one point for the first half. They were able to come back slowly in the third quarter. Now they have the lead, and especially with that 2-point shot. Well, back up to now up to 10, the biggest lead of the game for the Lady Panthers, the JV squad. 5:22 remaining in this game. Got a three-pointer on the way, up and off the back of the rim. Be rebounded by Loving. Be back in a moment. Continue coverage right here on the bonus coverage of the JV squad, up once again 36-26, just for you to watch. Whether you want to watch now or a little bit later on, you've got the power and the ability to do on your electronic device. Also on your TV too, on YouTube, and as well on HobbsAmerica.com. 2 more points for Jal. Makes it a 12-point lead, the biggest of the game for Jal.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
3:27 on the clock and ticking as we are still in the fourth quarter, of course. 3:22 is your score. Thanks again for being here. I am Ron Gunter, providing you with the play-by-play as well as the camera. 38-26 is the score. Another injury on the floor. These two teams met just on Monday, so it's a quick turnaround, quicker than normal. In fact, actually, some of these games, Tatum as well. Tatum we saw on Tuesday. We'll see him again next Monday as well. Of course, Tatum actually has been pretty busy. They had a game on Tuesday, of course, with Jal. Then on Thursday, yesterday, against Fort Sumner House. And today they'll be playing as well. Of course, they'll be playing, I believe, again, next time will be on Tuesday on Monday against Jal. Tuesday, Jal will be facing Eunice in Eunice. So it'll be interesting to see as, once again, this season is just about to wrap up quickly as we have just one more week to go before we get into the district tournament and find out who's going to be playing who, and of course where as well. And the higher the ranking or more games that Jal wins, the better the odds that they'll be playing here at home as opposed to on the road. Of course, Texaco and Tatum for the girls definitely will be playing at home, and Texaco for the boys will also be definitely playing at home as well, and the rest of them are up for grabs, so to speak. 3 minutes to go in this game, and of course then we'll have the pregame for you before the Lady Panthers come out, get warmed up, and the Lady Falcons as well will get warmed up, and then we'll have our national anthem, the introduction of the players, and then after that, of course, the game itself. We're going to have a doubleheader today, and after this will be Loving Falcon boys versus your Jal Panthers. All of it happening right here on the Jal Panther Network. 2:40 to go in this game with a score of 39-26. And I think I need to update the score on that. Yes, just by one. And we'll be back in a moment with more coverage, bonus coverage of the JV squad right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
2:26 here in this JV game, and I believe they're playing in Texaco. Either way, I'll find out here in a moment, but it is Eunice Lady Cardinals down 8. 34 points for the Texaco Lady Wolverines. That one is going pretty much the way it was expected to. I know Jal struggled, and they're going to be facing them again next Friday. So 1 week from today, in Texaco, New Mexico, to face the Wolverines, and they do live up to their name. Three-pointer sunk. Good to see her back on the floor after she was hurting there for a moment. Missed that shot from Jal as well, so. Still a nice little shot, and misses, but gets her own rebound, puts it up, draws the foul. So yeah, 41-29, minute 35, so 95 seconds to go before this game is over with. And we get to start the countdown for the Lady Panthers against the Lady Falcons. Continue coverage right here as best we can, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve. For over 25 years, Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Well, we have another update for you thanks to Evie Stuber back at the station. It is going to be Goddard and the girl. This is on the girls' side. This is Goddard Lady Rockets 20, Levington Lady Wildcats 10, and that is in this second quarter. Thank you for the update. We've got 40 seconds to go in this game. That one is up and misses. Rebound by Loving. Actually fought back. Jal will take the ball and draw the foul as both teams are in double bonus. So 34.52 seconds remaining. And yeah, I gotta get that a little bit loose, tightened up a little bit just so it's enough, it doesn't cause any problems. First shot is up and will bounce in. Nice touch on the shot. Nice shooter's touch, as they call it. 15-point lead. I believe that's the biggest of the game for Jal. One more, make it 16. No in and out. Rebound, though, as they fight for the ball, but we'll get it. But no, it's a turnover after all. You can foul yourself. So under 30 seconds to go on this one. Then we'll get the time, and we'll find out how much time we have before the game starts for the Lady Panthers. Foul on the shot. 6:02 on the clock with 12.27 seconds remaining, and 2 for on the line for the Lady Panthers. Let's go ahead and cover these two shots. First one's going to go in. Nicely done. Interesting form, but if it gets in, it gets in. That's all you want to do. It doesn't matter how it gets there, just as long as it gets into the hole. We'll hurt off the backboard, but 1 out of 2 ain't bad. So Meatloaf says. 45-29 is the score. 9.84 seconds remaining on this one as it's just about to end. Kickball. It should have been a kickball, but instead it is not. Going to continue to play. 3 seconds to go. Quickly across. Maybe a shot. Nope. No shot provided. And that will be the game for the JV squad. 45. We will take a break, be back, and we'll talk about the Lady Panthers against the Loving Lady Falcons. All happening right here in Jal, New Mexico. This is Ron Gunner. Thanks for being here with me, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Well, all right, welcome here to Jal, New Mexico, as we are getting underway, about to get started on the Jal versus Loving, the Lady Falcons versus your Lady Panthers. And it is going to be a good one because they had a match on Monday. It was, let's see, actually, that is 3-15 Loving Falcons coming in here with their record of 4 losses in a row. 1-4 is their district game. They did beat Hagerman earlier, of course. For the other side, for the Jal Lady Panthers, they're ranked at number 6, and Loving is ranked at number 25. Jal coming in with a 14-8 record. Have a district of 4-2. They've lost to Texaco and Tatum. Yep, the double T's. And it'll be 6-3 as their home record here in Jal. For Coach Gentry Smith, of course, we'll be talking about his players. But for right now, let's talk about their games that they played. And I know I didn't have too much of an opportunity to do that against Loving. So they faced Eunice, and they lost to them 34-17. Yep, doubled that score up. Tatum was able to beat them, and Loving once again unable to score more than 20 points. Tatum beat them 65-19. Played Hagerman, and that was in Loving, and they were able to beat Hagerman by a score of 40-35, a 5-point victory. And then went back to Eunice because sometimes that's the way it goes, especially when you have a snowstorm. And that game was 50-31 with Eunice winning on that one. Let me see. After that, they were drubbed by Texaco 94-19. Of course, we already know that these two teams have matched up. 61-17 was the score. Jal's last game, it was 46-35 against Tatum, as Tatum came out 16-7 in the first quarter, 9-7 in the second. 24-16 was the halftime score. Looked like maybe Jal could come back and make some adjustments, but instead, third quarter was 11-5, fourth quarter 14-11. So Jal did win the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough to get back into the game. 46-35 was the final once again, giving Jal their recent loss. And now they have a 1-0 or 0-1 record in the last game. There we go. Well, let's see. Oh, that wasn't anything. All right, so that's what happens when you drop papers. Text go number 1. Number 2, Tatum. 3 is Jal. Eunice is sitting at number 4. 5 is going to be Loving. And 6 will be Hagerman. 23 and 24 is the current series where Loving is still up by 1, 23-24. But, of course, if Jal is able to get the victory today, not only will they be able to get 24 and 24 for the series out of 48 games, they'll also have an extension of 6 games in a row against this squad. So that, and of course, getting into the 5-2 record, which would be very helpful for them in the playoffs, which are just around the corner. Of course, we also have the district tournament after this. So things are coming in together fast and furious, as they usually do. And of course, we'll get the lineup for you here in just a second. So for Loving, it's going to be number 1, Noela Vasquez. Number 3, Raylan Price. Number 4, Amy Flores. Natalie Campos will be the captain, but she won't be starting. She's number 10. Jalen Rodriguez, number 12. Jace Smith, number 13, along with Malaya Rodriguez, number 31. And it'll be Ariana Carrasco, number 33. All of them will be, and Carrasco is a junior. For the starters, it'll be Aria Franco, and she had 6 of 9 last time these two teams met on the line, 6 of 9. Pretty good shooting odds, missed just 3. Melanie Montez, the sophomore, will be starting as well, along with Olsi Gonzalez, a senior, but one of the few. She was 0-2 from the line last time these two met in Loving. And Reina Granada, she is a sophomore as well. So that is your starting 5. Of course, the same starting 5 for the Jal Lady Panthers and all the others, but we'll talk about them in just a second. It's going to be Laia Navarrete, number 5, freshman. Number 10, sophomore, Peyton Lujan will be out there as well. Last time she was on against this team, 1 or 2 from the line. Navarrete was 1 for 1 from the line, so good shooting on her. Jonna Butts will be out there as well. She's the captain, number 13, senior. Itzel Ramirez, junior, number 15. And for your starters, once again, the captain, number 1, junior, Marin Nieto. Number 2, captain, sophomore, Natalia Rivera. She was 5 of 10 from the line last game that these two played. 3 of 6 for Nieto. Number 4, the junior, Charisma Rodriguez. Number 12, freshman, Caden Lujan. And she missed all 3 of her opportunities. She did get 6 points. Last but not least, the sophomore, number 21, Abigail Dardon. We are going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to pause for the cause. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage all right here. Thanks for listening and watching the Jal Panthers.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! JAL schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. JAL Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? JAL Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
We are back as we're about to get underway for these two squads once again. Loving number 25 coming in here, 3-15, 4-game losing streak, 1-4 on the district. Meanwhile, it is a 4-2 Lady Panthers coming in, ranked at 6 at the moment, as of I believe it was yesterday. Either way, 4-2 is the district, 6-3 is their home record. They do have a 1-game losing streak, and they'd like to get that back to a winning side. And again, 14-8 is their record. Gary Simmons for the Panthers. For the Loving Lady Falcons, it is Gentry Smith as coach. This is Ron Gunter, and we're about to get underway. Let's see who wins the tip-off, as it's going to be, no surprise, Nieto is going to be on one side, and the other quickly will be for the Loving Falcons. So they win the tip. And it will be a tie ball. That was Franco versus Caden Lujan. Lujan is going to get the victory because it is going to be a turnover for Loving Falcons. And the first possession and a turnover already because of the possession arrow. Unfortunately, that'll be a turnover for JAL as well. Just a bad pass to Nieto, went out of bounds, of course. It will be the first turnover so back-to-back turnovers. 7:40, that was just 20 seconds into the game. Let's go ahead and get those turnovers out of the way. Another turnover for Loving. Going back the other way. Be Charisma trying to drive the lane, turns around, gets it to Nieto. She's going to drive the lane, feed it inside to Natalia, and it's going to get knocked out of bounds. And I'm not sure why everybody's backing up on that one, but it did go out of bounds. Last touch looked like that was by Granada, a sophomore. So they are inbounding the ball. They did. And it will be 2 points. Looks like that was going to be for Natalia. She had 15 points in the last game. Nope, there it is. Caden Lujan with it as it went out of bounds, so there was no points yet. Try to get that. Rebound by Loving as I get it back over there to the action. .702 inbound of the ball will be Loving. Just a little bit over her head, but it's okay. There is a backcourt violation on that one, as it did bounce in to the front court and went to the backcourt. So another turnover for Loving. I do believe that's their third one already in this game. It's not even it's just barely in 59 seconds in the first. So back to it is Marion. She's got it at the top of the arc. Looking around, getting it to Caden. Inside to Natalia. She's going to drive the lane, get it partially blocked, and that'll go out of bounds. Nope, actually it'll be chased down. It'll be by Dardone. Almost taken away, but did not get it. That is going to be Smith, who's on the floor. This time it is taken away. That is number 2 going coast to coast. And, I can't find the handle. I'm not used to it over there yet. So that was up and in. That will be for Montez. First points for the game as well for Loving. 2-0 is the score. Now let's see. We've got a foul on the play. It'll be against. What's that? That'll be Jalen Rodriguez. Nope, I don't think it'll be against Caden Lujan. Her first, team's first. I didn't think she was on the floor, but there we go. Back the other way, tried to get it up, but instead Nieto blocks that shot that'll be against Jace Smith. Oh, and that's the reason why it's down a little bit. It slipped and fall. Missed shot, rebound by Nieto, Natalia. Couple of shots. Natalia is still the only one over there defending. Will draw the foul. That'll be her first. On the line will be Franco. And the junior had, like I said, 6 of 9 in the last game. First one is up and will hit. Three to 2 is the score. Second one is going to bounce off the back, miss. Rebound by Natalia. Quickly across, up and in for Dardone as she gets her first points of the game. Bad pass, so to go out of bounds. Turnover for Loving. Man, this thing is picky. All right, there we go. Timeout on the floor. 5:33 to go, and we're going to go ahead and take it with them as we get everything set up properly. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage all right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
All right, we are back as it is in the backcourt for Jal. Going to be inbounding the ball will be Charisma. Up and in, and yes, it is. Me for Nieto. She draws the foul as well. 2 points. Let's see if she can get the and one as well. 6-3, doubling up right now. With the foul, that was going to be against Granada, her first. Team's first. In like Flynn for the free throw. 7-3, gets it across the line and tries a shot, misses. Going to be rebounded. That'll be by Natalia. She hits the floor pretty hard. I think she was also hit in the elbow, or with an elbow. She tries to collect herself, and she does. 5:23 to go, though. 7-3 is what we've got on the scoreboard. Jal with the ball. Charisma. Bounce into the top of the arc, going inside, feeding it to Dardone, misses it, and will be a foul call on the shot. Let's see who gets the foul. For the Falcons, it'll be the second one for Reina Granada. Going to the line to shoot two will be Dardone. First one's going to go up and miss. Second one off the back of the rim, no good as well. So 0 for 2 from the line for Dardone. 5:04 remaining. This one's a three-pointer on the way. Tried to bank it, but instead will be rebounded by Dardone. Double teamed, and it will be a jump ball on that one. And we'll go back to Loving. Loving with the ball, inbounding it. Inside to Campus. Gets it taken away, stolen. That's number 5 on the turnover. Natalia quickly the other way. Loses the handle, though, and will be a turnover back for Jal. 4th one for them. Going to be back strong. Campus back over to Franco. And now top of the arc, looking around to see. She's already used up her dribble. And now to her left wing for Smith. Tries for a shot. Gets a rebound and will be a foul on the floor. And that'll be, actually no, it'll just be out of bounds. So it'll be 4:28, 8-3 is the score. And my score is not cooperating as that one goes out of bounds. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Right in front of me as it's a little low. There we go. I'll get it back to where it was. Gets it around, tries for a shot, misses, did not hit the rim, and that is going to be rebounded by Caden Lujan as it goes across the timeline. Loses the handle, and last touch looks like that was going to be by the Lady Falcons, and Montez, the sophomore, as she goes out of bounds. So it continues to be Jal ball. 6 turnovers for the Falcons already versus just 4 for the Lady Panthers. Inbound to Nieto, back out to Charisma, back over to Nieto again, going to drive the lane, get it up, and put it in for 2. That's 4 points for her in this game. 10-3 is the score as that one goes out of bounds. Last touch looks like it'll be a foul instead, and that'll be against Caden Lujan, her second. There we go, 10-3. Inbound the ball. Falcons have it over to Franco again near the timeline. She's advancing the ball towards the arc. Tried to get it counted out. Did get it deflected to the back court. And we'll get it back to the front again. Back to the front. Franco on the left wing, going to drive to the top of the arc. Looking for anybody as it is man-on-man coverage on this Jal Panther squad. Franco back with it again on the right wing. Looking around, going to pass it out to her left elbow. Pass goes out of bounds as it's not able to be handled by Montez. And turnover number 7 for Loving. 3:11 to go. 10-3 is the score. Both teams with 3 fouls each. So nobody in foul trouble as of yet. Or nobody in bonus, I should say. Over on the right wing now. Inside to Jana. Gets it over to Itzel. Tried to put it in, but instead is unable to, and it is taken back by Loving. Franco with a little fancy move. Tried to get a shot, but instead misses everything. Going to be another turnover for both sides. As that one is going to be fought for. And yeah, that was a jump ball once again. 2:45 to go, and Jal will be inbounding the ball. So it'll be Itzel Ramirez. She gets over to the front court to Miriam to the left wing right now for Peyton Lujan. And that is Nieto up and in. Nice little assist by Peyton. And 2 more points. 6 altogether for Nieto. She is doing a lot better than she did last game as that goes out of bounds. That'll be another turnover for Loving. 9 for them so far as it is 2:21. And a 12-3, biggest lead is 9. Peyton Lujan with the ball, left, right wing now. Over to Navarrete as she gets to the top of the arc. Feeds it over to her left elbow. And Nieto is going to drive the lane, push it off to her left to Peyton Lujan. Peyton Lujan is going to take the ball, get it back to Nieto on the left side of the arc. Drives the lane, pushes it inside to Jana. Misses that shot as she was on the left-hand side and tries to fight for the rebound. Looks like that'll be a fight against between Campus and Nieto. And the rebound will go, unfortunately, to Loving because of the jump ball. 1:55 to go. Gets it across, and we'll get it in the front court. Going to turn around or go through it. Puts up a shot as she drove the lane instead, though. Won't count because of a travel. So she shuffled her feet as she was trying to get around the defenders, and instead, with 1:47 to go, that is going to be turnover number 10. So 10 is usually perfect, but not in this case for Loving. To the left wing now, Peyton inside. Almost got into the paint, but instead we'll get it to Nieto, and she's going to pass it over to nobody as it was Itzel who was rotating her position, and that was the last person that was over there. So that'll be turnover number 7 for Jal. 1:27 to go. Still 12-3 is the score. Puts up a shot, misses. Going to be rebounded. That'll be by Peyton Lujan as he goes across. 2 down on the floor for the Loving Falcons, as it is a 5-on-3, but able to take advantage of that anyway, and Loving getting it back. Jal losing the ball in the process. 1 minute to go here in the second. Franco versus Itzel Ramirez, and it'll be a jump ball. And that will go back to Jal. So back and forth on those turnovers. 12-3 is the score. Navarrete driving the lane, puts it up. Nice shot, but wasn't able to follow or get it to follow through and drop in. However, she does draw the foul. It'll be foul number 4 for the team, and that will put her on the line to shoot 2. Foul is going to go against Gonzalez. That's her second. Charisma once again on the line to shoot 2. She was 1 or 2 on her last time. That one goes off the back, and that'll be, of course, that was against Tatum. As the first one will be a miss. Hello, miss. Sorry, I've got a cold. Second one up, and also off the front. Rebound, none, as it goes out of bounds. Let's see who it was touched last by. Looked like it was Loving, and it was. So unable to get the ball, but Jal retains possession in the front court. 48 seconds to go. Nieto with the ball as she goes near the timeline. Gets it back over to Itzel, who is going to set up the offense. Get it back over to Nieto. Nieto just left of the arc. Feeds it over to Peyton. She's going to get a three-pointer on the way and drain it. She was all alone. She thought might as well do it, and she did. It's a nice little shot from the left arc. It's 15-3, a 12-point lead, biggest of the game so far. She gets back out, top of the arc, over to the left-hand side. That'll be to Montez, tries for a shot, misses, will be rebounded by Peyton Lujan. And back quickly the other way for Jal and Lady Panthers. Nieto with the ball, tried to get it as time has expired. She barely got the ball when the buzzer sounded, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to shoot that anyway. Weren't able to negotiate the clock. So at the end of one, it is a score of 15-3. We're back in just 30 seconds. It's all right happening right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Always like the support of it. Also want to thank Lasco Construction. That, of course, we would not also be able to put these on the air. Thanks again for watching. Of course, you too. You support us as well. Without the viewers, of course, we would not be able to put these on the air like we do. And again, we're on HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube. Just look for us in the Jal Sports banner. Of course, if you want to, it's easier for you if you subscribe in the YouTube section, and that'll be, of course, Jal Sports, and that'll get your notifications on, and you'll be able to know exactly when the games will be played and how to watch them. Back into it, nice little pass, got blocked. Back still as another one is blocked and will be taken by Kaden Lujan. Goes all the way for a shot and makes it. 2 points for her, and Jal is already on the way. Getting back into the offensive side. Defense, of course, always gets those points, those fast break points. Another one, speaking of which, Charisma already to the races as she goes across. Loses the handle, though. Actually, I think that she passed it over to Natalia, and it goes out of bounds. But not before, it was like, I guess, Loving touched it last. So no turnover for Jal. Got a substitution coming in. Going will be Raylene Price. So Price in there underneath, and that will go in for Nieto. 2 more points for Jal. Now with a 19-3 lead. Getting some pressure in the backcourt was Franco, and that'll be a turnover again. First one in the quarter for Loving. Score is 19-3. The three-pointer on the way, and will drain it. That is Dardone. And that is her first, I believe, yes it is, first of the game for her. Crossed and driving the lane against Nieto. She does block it with one hand. Picks up the rebound for Smith. She's going to try as well to test Nieto. And instead it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jal, looks like. And actually it'll be a foul. A hold foul against Nieto, her first. Team's first as well, as we are in the second quarter. On the line to shoot 2. I was holding this for a reason. First one goes off the back of the mark. Missed, no good. Coming in will be Jaylene Rodriguez, the junior. Going out will be Franco for a moment, also a junior as well. So first shot for Jace Smith is missed. Second one does bank off and go in. Now they have 4 points. So 22-4 is the score. Charisma with the ball on the right side. Inside to Natalia. Tries to feed it in. No, but Dardone gets has Lujan with the rebound. And Caden tried to put it back up again, but instead draws the foul as she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Foul will be against Gonzalez. No, actually, no. This time around it'll be against Compass. 6:36 to go, and let's see how. 0 for 3 is the last time she was on the line. First one's going to make it. Nicely done. 1-1 from the line. One more opportunity to get another point. 23-4 is the score. 6:36 is what we've got on the time in the first half. Second one will bounce in. It hit the back of the rim, but it managed to bounce just nicely. A shooter's touch. And a steal by the woman who just made those 2 shots. It'll be a second turnover. Natalia with the shot misses. Almost gets the rebound. Will be a jump ball possibly, or out of bounds. Let's see what they call. That will be still retained by Jal. Inside to Natalia. She's going to put it up and in. Nicely done. Bank on the left-hand side. 2 more points for her. And I believe that's 4 altogether in this game for her so far. Double teamed. Charisma, one of those that was there along with Caden Lujan. 26-4, a 22-point lead right now. Yes, indeed, one of the biggest of the game for Jal. Gets it back out again. That'll be in the hands of Jay Smith. And that'll be a foul against Nieto. That'll be her second, third team foul. So nobody in foul trouble yet, but 3 fouls, 2 more, and that'll put Loving in the bonus, as it is Butts, who is set up to come in, but didn't get there in time. Back over it again to Smith. She's going to go inside against Nieto, block that shot, and will be taken over by Natalia, who's going to run the lane quickly, try to get it coast to coast, and it rolls right in. Nice fast break point for Natalia. And it is now 28-4, a 24-point lead. Stolen, and another turnover for Loving, going back the other way quickly. And a put up and in, another 2 more points. She's got 8 in the game. Natalia does, 30-4. Let's take a break as we continue coverage. We've got a timeout on the floor. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Unfortunately, Jal is 2 of 7, but they've had 7 opportunities on the free throw line. Meanwhile, it's just 3 for the Loving Falcons, and that's how they've gotten 2 of their 4. Montez with a bucket for 2 as we are still in the first half. Thanks for being here on this nice Friday. Got to remind myself sometimes what day it is. Friday evening as we are getting prepared for the weekend. Happy Friday the 13th to all of you. As whether you're lucky today or lucky tomorrow, of course, tomorrow is going to be for some Valentine's Day, for others Saturday, or the weekend. Whichever one you want to call it, it is hopefully a lucky one for you today and a lucky one for you tomorrow as well for all those celebrating. And of course, President's Day is on Monday. We got a push foul. Let's see who that goes against. That'll be against Dardone. Sorry, not Dardone. I had that in my head, but I knew that was not right. Instead, it'll be against Caden Lujan. That'll be her 3rd already. So she will be sitting on the bench right now. Loving with the ball. Almost threw it out, but instead did get it back over. Turns around and got away with a stumble on that one, but it is shot, missed. Natalia with the ball as she goes across quickly. It looks like she's going to draw the foul on the floor. And let's see who gets that one with 5:04. It's a 30-4 game. It'll be inbounded by Jal. Let's see, that is going to be against Jalen Rodriguez, her first, as that one goes in. I want to say that was Natalia, so I'm going to put that on her. Over to Loving. Loving with the ball in the backcourt. Going to be a double dribble, unfortunately, on that one. It'll be another turnover for Loving. There we go. Get a little distance, but not too far away as we cover everything. 4:53 to go. 32-14 is the score as they are underneath the basket once again. Another easy layup and another one in for Natalia. 34-4, 30-point lead now. As it goes across, it is lost by Loving once again. Another one for them. Missed shot, rebound. It's going to be fought by Charisma. It'll be a jump ball, looks like. Let's see who gets the, looks like it'll be Loving who will be getting that one. So turnover for Jal. Not too many so far in this first. It's 4:28 to go in the first half. And let's see. So we do have the score at 34-4. 30-point lead is the biggest. And Jal already up early on this one as opposed to what they had seen just on Monday against this squad. Of course, that was in Loving. Gets it taken away by Natalia. She was going to drive the lane, but instead it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Loving. Jal's going to retain the ball in their front court. Going to be inbounded by Navarrete. Looks like Itzel Ramirez is going to get that one for the inbound. And a 2-3 zone as it is handed off to Navarrete. Back over to Butts. Top of the arc, inside to Rivera. Turn around, misses the shot. Going to be rebounded. And that will be by Price. 3:50 to go in the first half. Franco with the ball. She goes inside, gets bodied up, and she's going to lose it as she tried to do it. I don't know if that was a pass or if that was a shot, but either way, turnover for Loving. Shot missed, and that's going to be rebounded by Navarrete. And then she'll draw the foul as it's a shooting foul. No, actually, that's going to be a charge against Navarrete, her first. Her first foul, team's fifth, will not go to the line because it was an offensive foul. So Loving with the ball as they inbound it. 3:33 remaining. Franco with the ball. And being guarded against by Peyton Lujan. She's going to go around, get bodied up a little bit, tries the shot, misses. Nieto is going to get the rebound. She's going to go back the other way quickly. She tried to feed it to Navarrete, but instead was stolen, and it goes back to Loving into the hands of Franco, and that'll be a shot for two. Montez with the assist on that one. So her first points of the game. Well, her first bucket of the game. She did have had one of two. Nicely done as Peyton Lujan was able to get underneath and make two more points for the cause. 36-6 is the score. 2:42 remaining in the first half. And let's go ahead and get the update on the scoreboard. Missed shot, rebound will be in the corner, and that'll be Itzel Ramirez. Quickly the other way, and that'll be Navarrete. Up for two and puts it in. Where sometimes they don't fool around. That's her first points of the game for a bucket. Another turnover for Loving, as they are racking them up. Not the points, but just the turnovers. 2:17 to go, 38-6 is the score. And that will be a foul against Loving. Butts with the shot, gets the rebound, puts it up, and does get the extra opportunity or the second chance points to put it in, and she did. 40-6, 2:04 remaining in this first. Back over to the top of the arc, over to Franco now after it was in the hands of Granada. And that'll be a push foul against Itzel Ramirez. That will put her on the line. They are Loving Falcons for the rest of this quarter. And half will be in the bonus. 1:53 to go. First one is going to be up and in for Franco. She is 2 of 3. One more opportunity. And she is 3 of 4 now. 40-8 is the score. 32-point lead for Jal with 1:45. That one's going to go up and in. Nicely done, as that was a nice feed to her for Peyton Lujan. 2 more points. She is also on a roll. Actually, the whole team's on a roll. They're doing pretty well. I wouldn't be surprised if we get several in double figures for scoring. Franco trying to go around and put up a desperate shot, but instead misses. They draw the foul. Nope, it's just going to go out of bounds. And another turnover for Loving. Back the other way. Navarrete going to drive the lane, just one to beat, and she overshoots it, but it is rebounded by Butts. Back over to Navarrete with a rebound. Instead will be on the floor. It'll be against. It'll be Carrasco, looks like. Nope, that'll be Gonzalez, her third. So third for Gonzalez. Put it underneath for Nieto. Misses that layup. Or a turnaround shot, floating shot. It will be a foul. Let's see what they call. Push foul against Navarrete, her second. And that'll put him on the line to shoot 2. 1:07 remaining in the first half. 42-8 is the score. May get 2 more if they get to both these points. It's Granada, who is on the line to shoot 2. First one barely hits the twine. One more opportunity still under in single digits scoring wise. Actually, that was not Granada. That is Carrasco. 0 for 2 for Carrasco. Turn around, get the rebound, and then lost the ball. Butts with it now. Oh, shoot. I had it the other way the whole time. Sorry about that. Trying to do everything, and sometimes you do nothing. Inside Nieto puts it over to Butts with a nice little flick over and miss. Jump ball is what we're going to get with 42.46 seconds remaining. Inbounding the ball, that will be Jal. So Carrasco once again with those last two misses on the free throw line. Back out to Peyton Lujan, who's had a little extra time on the court. Goes up and misses the shot. Gets, well, it would say the rebound, but instead will be a tie ball. And that will go towards Loving. Turnover for Jal. Just their 10th of this first half. So 30 seconds remaining. Franco with the ball. She goes to her left, drives the lane, pushes up a shot, misses. Nieto with the rebound. Falls to the floor, but not before she gets it over to Peyton Lujan. Gets it inside, rolls around Navarrete. I thought she had it for a second, but misses. Rebound the ball will be Loving. Three-pointer on the way and drops it in for Franco. That is her first of the game for her. Three-pointer from Itzel. Going to miss, and that will be the end of the first half. So we'll get all the numbers as we get to a break. Thank you very much for being here. This is the Jal Sports Network on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. Halftime score, 42-10. Thanks for being here.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! JAL schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. JAL Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? JAL Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right. Before we get into the halftime stats, let's talk about the other district opponents. Texaco beat Eunice, the girls, 55-23. No surprise there, although 55 points, a little low for Texaco, but Eunice does have a pretty decent defense. They'll be facing JAL next Tuesday, of course, in Eunice. It is Tatum who was able to get on top of Hagerman. That is in the third quarter, 52-15. And for the Levington squad against Goddard, they have come back in the fourth quarter, made it a one-point game, 52-51, again in the fourth. Talk about that in a moment, or more later as it occurs or happens. So let's get into Let's see how many airplanes are going to be throwing this time around. This is for charity. Of course, while they're doing that, I will get you the numbers. Let's start off with the simple one from the Loving Falcons. In fact, yeah, I thought so. Franco actually was, it was Montez who started it all off with 2 points with the bucket. But it has since been Franco. And she has been 3 of 4 from the line. Did get that right. 2 buckets in the second quarter. And let's see. I think I missed one of those. So I thought she had a 3, but instead it was a long 2. So she has 7 points. 3 of 4 from the line once again. Also, it is Montez and 0 for 2 from the line for Ariana Carrasco. And I believe, 1 of 2 for Jussie Smith. Smith had 2 of 5 in the last game they played together against each other. So right now it is, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Yep, that is going to be 4 of 8. So 50% from the line for Loving. Also an assist for Montez. But for the turnovers, it has been, looks like 22 so far that I've got for Loving. Let's go over to JAL and see what their numbers look like. Straighten everything up on that one. Let's go ahead and pause for a moment. I'll be right back.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
So for the one who had 15 points just the other day against Tatum, it is Natalia with 8 points in the second quarter, 2 in the first, and that gets her 10 so far in this game, and she is leading the way with double figures as well. Has not been to the line as of yet. Of course, the other is going to be Nieto. She was good in the first, 6 points with the and 1. And has had 2 points in the second quarter. She has put up 9, so she is 1 away from the double figures as well. Also putting up 2 of her 3 free throws was Kaden Lujan. She did get them both. Also had, looks like a bucket. Peyton Lujan had a tray in the first. And she's got 7 points, I believe. Let me double check. Yep, exactly, 7 points. It is going to be 0 for 2 from the line from Navarrete, but she does have a bucket for 2, so she has her 2 points. It is going to be, like I said, Peyton Lujan with 7. We've got Caden Lujan with, I want to see if I got those right as far as her free throws. 2 for 2 and a bucket for her. 4 points is what she's got. It is Jana Butts, and I believe she's got a score as well. 2 for her, so that's who got the 2, so she's got 4 points. And it is going to be Dardone, 1 of 2 from the line, a tray in the second quarter, and 6 points for her altogether. So right now it has only been 7 opportunities for the Jal Lady Panthers and have missed 3. So 4 and 7 from the line. Not too bad. You want to get better numbers, but nevertheless, though, they have trying to make the most of their opportunities. Let's go ahead and pause for a moment. We'll be back as we continue coverage again into the third quarter. It's all happening right here in Jal. Thanks for watching.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
We're going to get the third quarter started here real quick. As it is Loving Falcons, the Lady Falcons 10, and the Lady Panthers roaring in with 42 points. Crossed it, thought about it, but instead goes inside to Nieto. Up, feet in the way. There we go. Three-pointer on the way and makes it in. That is going to be for Caden Lujan. That is, I believe, her second one. No, that's her first. For Thirst. Good way to start the third quarter. Gets charisma on her, turns around a couple of times, loses the handle on that one, and actually just will be going back the other way. I think she stepped out of bounds. So the first turnover for Loving in the second half. Nieto all the way over to the right wing to Caden Lujan inside, try to feed it, but instead it goes out of bounds, thankfully, as it goes off of Natalia Campos. And will retain Jal ball. (45-10) underneath is Natalia, and she puts up 2 more. That is going to be 12 for her. Back the other way quickly. Nieto is going to get that one. Miss it. Rebound by Charisma. Actually, it looks like it's going to be a jump ball. Yes, indeed. As both players had their hands on it once again. This time around and go to Loving. First turnover of the second half for Jal. Franco against Charisma as he goes out of bounds. Last touch will be by Franco. Would be a turnover again. Number 2 for Loving. 6:05. We are in Mercy Rule with 37 points on the board for the lead. Inside to Nieto. Back over to Charisma. On the right wing, back to Nieto. Back to Charisma. As she drives the lane, gets Franco. Actually, that was a hole or a jump ball. It was Smith who had had her hand on the ball as well, and it ended up being a jump ball. So 5:36 to go, and ticking. Underneath for that shot, missed. Will be rebounded. That'll be by Gonzalez. Going back the other way are the Falcons. Turnover number 2 for Jal. Inside, that'll be to the left wing, now top of the arc. Franco going to put up a desperation shot, misses it, and will land on the floor. as Nieto picks it up. That is not really a rebound since it didn't hit anything. So a loss. Nieto underneath the basket. 2-point with the easy layup on the righty. And that will be 2 more points for Jal. Trying to get it. It was Carrasco. She almost lost her handle on the dribble. Ends up dribbling it out of bounds. Let's see if they said it was last touch. Looks like last touch by Jal. I thought I had that 49 to 10. I did not write down halftime. So underneath, missed. Rebound by Natalia. Gets it over to Nieto as she's underneath the basket now. Over to Dardone. Left wing, puts it up and in. Nicely done. Dardone with 2 more points. She had just a tray before then and an and one. So she had 4 points. Now she's got 6. Out of bounds. Let's see who touched that last. It was also an assist by Marin. Looks like we're going to get a fresh 4 as Itzel Ramirez comes in along with Peyton Lujan, Navarrete, and Jana Butts. So the starters are going to get a bit of a breather. Franco with the ball, 3:43 to go and still ticking. Back over to Franco, just right of the arc. Inside, she tries to put up a shot. Instead, it'll be defended on. Looks like that'll be by maybe Nieto, only starter on the floor. No, instead it'll be Jana Butts with that one. And the captain earns, I believe that's her first, it is. But a shooting foul, that's the second team foul for Jal. On the line is going to be 1 up and off the front of the rim for Campus. Natalia Campus on there. 0 of 1 right now. Second shot. See if she can redeem herself. Will be rattle in, out, and in. But I think it's going to be a lane violation will negate it. So she was able to make it, but lane violation once again negates the shot. 51 to 10. And a full court press. Nieto with the ball. We'll get it knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Jesse Smith. And we'll retain Jal ball. 2:22 to go, and this one's going to go even quicker than the first half did. And on the other side, once again, same results. Not the same action, but the same results as it goes out of bounds the other way. Last touch by Loving. 2 minutes to go here in just a second. As Navarrete gets the ball over to Nieto, up and underneath, and she's going to draw the foul and get the 2, I believe. Yes, indeed. So the foul will go against Loving. Oops, trying to give her the and one already. That'll be the second one for Campus. Up and in, and she did make it. She is so far 2 of 2 from the line. Seemed like the angle on the camera was so good in the pregame, I didn't have to worry about it, but there's been nothing but problems. 2 along the way, misses off the back of the rim, actually missed the rim, hit the backboard though. Out of bounds it goes, and it will go to Jal. So Loving losing another one. So don't expect too many turnovers as we're under a minute right now in this third quarter. Actually that'll be turnover for Jal underneath the basket, misses the shot. Rebound and a putback. No, instead, third one is going to go to, that was Price, but she could not handle it. And quickly the other way will be passed out of bounds. And that is going to be Butts. So 2 quick turnovers, but no scoring has been going on for a little bit. In fact, actually, I believe it's either 2 points or no points for this Loving squad. .18 seconds remain. Franco with the drive, puts it up, misses, Price with the ball, and will get the rebound, as that one is going to be a foul against Navarrete. And that should be her third. Team's third, I believe. Nope, second. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take one with them as we go ahead and get some sponsors, let you know exactly who you need the support that is helping us get these on the air. Be back in just 30 seconds right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, it is just about over on as far as the timeout. That is the only way that we can stop the clock unless it gets under 35, which it has not been, but there's been only 1 point scored by this Loving Falcon squad in the third quarter. And it has been 12 points for Jal. So 54-11 is the score as we get back into it. I say that was the third quarter. So we're in the fourth right now once again. As that one goes out of bounds. Looks like that was last touch by Jal. Again, a jump ball looks like, and one was Natalia as it goes back the other way for Loving. Oh, sorry, Jal. Underneath the basket for two and misses off the front. She's been doing that, trying to get those shots in. Looks really nice, but unable to get complete control of it as it just bounces a little too much off the glass and falls forward instead of hitting inside the rim. But Nieto with the ball inside. She does drop that one. Now 56-11 is the score. Man, there we go. Nieto with the ball as she gets that turnover. Gets it across the timeline. Tries to get it to Natalia. She's going to feed it underneath. Put a little shot short. And rebounded by Loving. Smith with the ball as she gets it over to Franco. She's going to drive the lane off to the left. Miss. Rebound. That'll be by Natalia. And actually, long rebound by Peyton Lujan. Kaden Lujan. Over to Natalia. Misses her shot. And we're going to go back with 6:10 to go. And I'm going to try to learn how to speak. Now over to Gonzalez for three on the way from Price. Misses and gets the ball. That'll be Natalia. Tried to get it. Oh, she did save it. Good for her as Charisma runs out of the building, basically. Natalia blocked by Price and out of bounds as she was trying to save the ball was Price. It was Price and Gonzalez, both not on the same page, and ended up going out of bounds. And that'll be 5:32 counting, now 5:30 as Price goes out, along with Jussie Smith. Inbound of the ball will be Charisma. Inside and to Nieto, 2 of 3, and that's off the back of the rim. 4. Oh, and she hit the floor. Not sure if I got that or not, but it's a tripping foul or maybe just a foul against Natalia, her second. And that is the team's first. So non-shooting foul, just under 5 minutes to go now. Inbound of the ball will be Gonzalez. And we'll get it into the hands now of Montez. Montez Gets into the front court, stops, pops it to her right. And that gets it back to Montez. Three-pointer on the way. Off the back of the rim. Going to be rebounded. Granado couldn't put it in, or couldn't clean up the glass. Back the other way to Natalia over to Nieto. And she can't handle that pass. It goes out of bounds. Turnover for Jal. That is just their 5th in this half. 4:25 as Charisma is tying her shoe. Now she's got that done. 4:20 now. And back the other way quickly. 56-11 is the score. Not a lot of scoring going on in the 4th as the mercy rule is in effect. To the top of the arc for Rodriguez. Back to Rodriguez, top of the arc. Charisma on her. Going to go and get deflected by Caden Lujan. It was being passed to Reyna. As we get 4 coming in, as you see, 4 substitutions. Peyton and Itzel Ramirez, along with Jonna Butts. Natalia is going to stay in there. And looks like, yep, Navarrete will be as well. So 3:35 to go. Yep, she's going to go ahead and take that open 3, miss the shot, and Natalia with the rebound. Will be a quick foul, a whistle, as that'll be a rebound foul, and that is going to be on. That is Gonzalez, her 4th. Out of bounds, turnover for Jal, just their 6th in the quarter, or and a half. And we have just under 3 minutes to go now in the game. Yep. 56-11 is the score, 2:49 to go. Inside, it's going to be saved by a Falcon. Get it back out again. That was to Rodriguez. Goes and drives the lane, turns around, double teamed, and she's going to draw the foul, as that was Gonzalez, Olsey Gonzalez, who had it, and that's, of course, the senior. She has not had any points as of yet. She's going to go to the line for her first opportunities to get some points, as we're down to 2:20 and counting. First one is going to miss, and it's called the air ball. So 0 for 1 so far. Last time she played, it was 0 for 2. Trying to improve her numbers and get on the scoreboard. Second one is up, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound is going to be by Natalia. And now we quickly go the other way. Rivera over to Itzel Ramirez. Three-pointer on the way from Peyton Lujan, and nothing but net. That's her second one of the game. Going to set up the offense. Thought about it, but instead remembered the last shot she took, so did not. It was Gonzalez. Back to Gonzalez. Top of the arc over to the left wing now. And we'll try to drive the lane. No, instead just feeds it back to her right elbow. And over to the right wing now. In the hands of Campus. Now back to the left to Granada. Again, just trying to find some shot. This time around, a long 2, and that'll make it for Reyna. Her first points in this game. 2 points for her. 59-13 is the score. As the Loving is in the teens. Going to be a turnover for Jal. Nice shot, missed though. Rebound by Jonna Butts as she turns around, tries to find Itzel. And there she is. 42 seconds remaining in the game. And while we've got a moment, I'm going to go ahead and fix the score. Foul on that one with 26 seconds remaining. Let's see who's going to get that call. It'll be against Montez, the one who started the scoring for Loving. Rotation of substitution with 15 seconds and counting. This will be definitely the last possession if played right. 10 seconds now. Inbound the ball. And it will be dribbled out, looks like, as it's going to be 3 seconds. Yes, indeed. And that will be the game. Final score, 59-13. And We'll be back in a moment. That was a 2 points for Loving in the fourth quarter, and just 5 points is all Jal needed to get the victory. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. All of it right here happening for you on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
There we go. Finally found that. And we are apparently celebrating not Friday the 13th, but tomorrow's Valentine's Day. So giving out blue roses are the Lady Panthers right now. So let's see what we've got. While they are doing that, we've got some time to gather our thoughts and be able to get this stuff ready for you. As after this game will be, of course, once again, Jal Panthers trying to continue their winning streak, trying to get, not able to get the, mathematically not able to get 500, but may get real close. And if they get real lucky, they can do so after tournament as well. But, you know, one game at a time, you got to win them all. We know a couple of these teams are not easy to get victories off of, so you take them while you can. So for the girls, though, it was for the Lady Panthers, 6 of 8 from the line. Meanwhile, 4 of 12 from the line. So they made 4 and missed 8. So not a good shooting percentage for a team that is 3 and 15 now. 3 and 16, 1 and 5 in district, 5-game losing streak. While it is 5 and 2, they're in the hunt still, not on top, and they're going to have to, of course, wait to see who can win between Texaco and Tatum. And now they are, now Jal is 7 and 3, and again, 15 and 8 on their season. So definitely going to finish in above, well above 500 and be ranked in the top 10 or less. So those are the roses that were given out, probably to their parents or someone special to them. Looking at the numbers, let's see. Nieto, let's go with her. Let's start with her. Let's say she scored 7 points in the first quarter, 2 in the second, 5 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. That's all she needed. So that makes 9 in the first half. And 7 in the second. 16 points is what she had altogether. That is what I have. Natalia only put 2 up in the third quarter. That's all she needed. She had 10 already. 2 more makes 12. No times on the line. It was a 3-pointer from Caden Lujan along with a 3-pointer from Peyton Lujan, so both Luhans with a tray. 12 points in the third quarter for Jal, and just 5 points is all they needed in the fourth. Meanwhile, it was 1 point for the third quarter for the Loving Falcons, and 2 points in the fourth, giving them their 13. Now the boys are giving their flowers out now. The blue roses, I should say. I'm not going to say they're giving out their flowers. Let's just give the lineup. I'm sorry, they're already halfway through. So seniors coming up. There you go. Steven Cervantes. Romeos. Okay, I'm going to try to say his name right this time. Romeos. I know. I always say that, and sometimes I mess up. I do apologize about that. Sometimes I mess up my own name. Anybody who knows me knows that. So last game, Jal against Tatum did not have any threes, but this time around they've had a couple. So they made up for that deficiency. And the game earlier, the JV game, that went down to Jal winning 45-29. So let's pause for a moment, give more praise to our sponsors along with Lasco Construction. Thanks for being here, and we'll be back in a moment to get you started on Jal Panther basketball for the boys.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Panther Energy is
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, we are back. We've got some time on the clock, just under 9 minutes to go before we get this thing started for the second game. And it'll be, of course, the Jal Panthers versus the Loving Falcons. All happening right here on this, I guess you can call it Valentine's Eve or Friday the 13th, whichever one you want to call lucky. I never had too many problems with Friday the 13th, trying not to be too superstitious, like, you know, some guy I know named, I don't know, Stevie Wonder. I just noticed that my camera is down again, so let's go ahead and pick it back up a little bit. Try to get some nice coverage of this game. So let's go ahead and talk about these Loving Falcons as they come in here, and they have a record of 0-18, 18-game losing streak, of course, 0-6 in the district. They are 31st. They're not the last in the 2A division, but district, but they are pretty low on the totem pole. Speaking of which, on the bubble right now, as I mentioned earlier before the first game, Jal Panthers sitting at number 17 rank-wise. So they're just on the outside trying to find their way in. They may need some help when it all is said and done. I'm going to get a shot of the Pantheress over there. I think that's how you would say it. For the mascot anyway, as she is on the other side walking with a cheerleader. back over here now. So let's see. We've got, yeah, that's what I thought. It'd be a little loose. All right, so for Bobby Perez, of course, again, 0-18. They would like to get at least one victory in this season. And it's been a while since, I guess, last season. I think they beat Hageman last year as well. But they are ranked below Loving. So Texaco has got a 6-0 record. Eunice 5-2. Jal is sitting there with 4-2. Tatum 2-4. Hageman 2-5. And Loving once again 0-6. Have been outscored 393 to 218. Jal just a little better, but they still have been outscored 251 to 219. You know, that's what happens when you play Texaco. They really put it on you. So for these two squads, let's see, we've got their last meeting, of course, was in Loving just on Monday, so it was just 4 days ago. And Jal was able to, actually they did not have the lead in the first quarter. It was 12-11. Loving had the lead. Second quarter saw Jal sprint ahead. 18-8 was the second quarter. Made it 29-20 at halftime. Third quarter, 16-13 was put up, so a little more rhythmic on the offense, a little less on the defense. And the fourth quarter saw Jal put up another 16 points versus Loving and their 12. 61-45 was the final score. And then just the other day, actually it was Tuesday, Jal went to Tatum, so back-to-back games saw Jal 10-5 over Tatum in the first. Second quarter, 9-9. Made it a 19-14 halftime score. 7-4 was the third quarter, and 13-16 was the final fourth quarter score with 39-34. Jal squeaking out another victory, just like they did against Eunice. In fact, for the other district games, it was Loving who lost to Eunice, 63-26. Tatum in overtime, they lost to them at Tatum, 56-48 against Hageman at home, 73-39. Played Eunice once again because of that snowstorm. 48-41 was the final, so a 7-point loss on that one. And then lost to Texaco by the final score of 94-19, a big drubbing against the number one squad in 2A. For Jal, of course, we already know they lost to Hageman by 6 in Hageman. Went and played Eunice here, beat them. It was a low-scoring game, 26-24, the lowest of the series. Played Texaco and didn't get 94 put up against them, but 67-9 was all they could put up against that Texaco tough defense. Hageman, they played them as well just last week here, and it was 46-35 before they faced Tatum after facing Loving on that Monday, again on the road, 39-34. So, yeah, Loving also actually will have a couple more games, of course. This is last week, basically, of district, trying to find their seedings as well as get ready for district tournament play, which will be happening the week after. So it'll be in 2 weeks, where it'll be probably Loving versus Hageman in most cases, and then going from there, trying to see if Jal can get a couple of victories, maybe get back up to 500, maybe even get over 500. I'm sure that's something that Coach Lujan would love to see, as Texaco is once again number one, and that is the last game of the regular season that Jal will be facing. So the starters for Loving and for Bobby Perez, it'll be for number 0, senior Toby Chacon. He is 5'6". Number 3, sophomore Andrew Montez, 5'6", along with number 4, sophomore Jeremy Chavez. Number 5, sophomore Anthony Lara, 5'7". We've got Marquez Granger, 6 foot tall junior at number 13. Number 21, senior Isaac Marrero, 6 foot tall. Number 22, senior Jaden Martinez at 5'6". And Jace Moniz at 6'2", number 50. I think he didn't play last time, but apparently he is here today. Looking at both sides, of course, they're right in front of the camera. That is a little tight. Gotta find that loose spot where it doesn't quite fall like it is now. But it doesn't give me any problems either. All right, just checking it out. These tripods can be very touchy. I know I can be too. So we have 2 minutes to go. Let's go ahead and get you the starting lineup and the, of course, the lineup for Jal real quickly. The freshman Landon Edwards, number 4. Number 10, 8th grader Zane Vega. Number 12, freshman Zaid Lindman. Number 21, senior Zekas Romeos. Number 23, 8th grader Jaden Cervantes. And number 32, Jayton Butts. Starters for your Jal Panthers will be senior number 1, Zayden Lujan. Number 2, junior Ian Faulkner. Number 5, Devayan Navarrete, senior, of course, who had 3 assists, and he was the leader of the Tatum game with 10 points, the only one that got into double figures. Was also Daniel Ornalis with 8 points, did not go to the line, senior, number 22. Number 35, also with 8 points in his last game against Tatum. 2 of 4 from the line, senior Steven Cervantes. And the other scorer on there was Zacchaeus Romeos. So all of those, and we are about to get underway. Don't have to worry about or just get the lineups now. As we do so, let's get you some updates on scores from around Lee County. Also get this in better position, and I have to maneuver my legs to make sure they're not in the way. So we have Hobbs girls 31, Clovis 9. They're in Clovis right now, and that's the second quarter. Eunice boys are trailing 52-21 to Texaco. That's in the third. Tatum and Hageman tied up at 22 in the second quarter, and it is the Leventon boys on top of Goddard Rockets. Low scoring affair. Second quarter, 11-6 so far. Thanks to our station back. Oh, and one more. The Eagles are up 21-13 over Clovis at the halftime. And that is happening in Clovis. Remember last year we had a similar situation going on. I was in Texaco, he was in Clovis, but this year it didn't work out the same way. So getting those lineups. Oh, there we go. We're going to reset the scoreboard as we get our starters announced. There's Ornalis and Steven Cervantes, least but not last. So we have our lineups. We have the camera pointed the right direction. Looks like it could be Cervantes, not Cervantes, Ornalis on the tip-off for the boys, and for Loving, Ryder Gonzalez, 6'4" is what he's listed at in the Max Preps. Not always correct on that one, but nevertheless, though, that's what we have in information. So everything's set up. Officials are here, 3 of them. And we are underway. 31, Loving versus 17, Jal. Tip-off goes to Loving. We are starting to see a bit of a rotation in the defense for Jal. Gets it all the way to the left wing, back to the top of the arc, back to the left, and that'll be in the hands of Vasquez. Vasquez over to Fuentes. Fuentes back to it inside. Lost the ball. First turnover for Loving. As it was stolen by, it looked like that was Zayden Lujan. 7:23 to go, and Navarrete with the ball. Going to stop his dribble, get to the left wing by Faulkner from Cervantes. Inside Ornalis. Turn around, he uses up his dribble, gets it inside to Zayden Lujan. Drives the lane, gets it knocked out. Turnover for Jal. We're going to go back the other way with 7:04 to go in the first. Inside, back over to Ricky Fuentes for three on the right wing, off the mark. And will be rebounded. That'll be by West Vasquez. Red numbers and black as that one goes inside. 4-2. That'll be for Ryder Gonzalez, who did the tip. 2-0 early on with 6:37 to go. Zane Lujan with the ball. Gets it across the timeline. Inside, back out again. A nice little feed underneath the basket for Ornelas. He doesn't get the basket, but he does draw the foul. Let's see who's going to get that against, as it's 6:26 to go in the first. And the foul will put him on the line to shoot two. Foul's going to go against Brody Allen. First one, team's first as well. Ornelas didn't have a shot or a free throw. Misses his first in the last game. But he did have 8 points. One more opportunity to put a point on the board and knock it down to a half lead. And does. He rattles it in. 2-1 is the score, as it is still now finally across the timeline. Oh, blocked, but it is taken by Fuentes. Puts it inside for a floater assist, and that'll be four. That is for Gonzalez, his 4 points for the team. And a kick ball is what they're going to call as it goes, and is being explained to Coach Lujan, but it'll be a turnover for Jal, unfortunately. Fuentes, actually it'll be a fight to see who's going to inbound the ball. Looks like that'll be in the hands of Brody. Brody Allen over to Ricky Fuentes. Here we go. Back inside in the paint, underneath, and it's going to be a second chance for Ryder. He's going to get the and one. So far he has scored all 6 points for Loving. Saw this last time too, where they took an early lead before Jal was able to get back into it, start their control on the defense and then on the offense as well. But 6-1 with 5:49 remaining. One more opportunity and misses off the side. Rebound is going to be for Loving as it is knocked out of the hands by Zayden Lujan. He's going to grab the ball, get it over to Faulkner, who loses it, tried to bounce around his defender, but instead will go out of bounds. Last touch by Loving. So a loss, and that'll be the second one for Loving on the turnover side. Zayden Lujan with the ball. Inbounds it. He's going to get it over to Faulkner, who does get it in the backcourt. Gets it across over to Ornelas, to Zayden Lujan. And that is Navarrete, who tried to get the ball but instead goes out of bounds. Last touch by him, so it'll be a turnover number 3 for Zayden, for the Jal Panthers. See if I can fix this camera again. Saw that as he goes, tries to pass it, and goes over the head of his teammate. That is going to be Granger, who is in the, I was going to say Granger was in the building, but instead he's on the floor playing right now. There we go. Across the other way, Navarrete. Inside, tries to get a very pinpoint accurate throw or a pass to Zayden Lujan. Now inside to Steven Cervantes, double teamed. He's going to get fouled on the floor. And that will probably be against, that'll be Granger Marquez. Marquez Granger. So team's second, his first. 5 minutes to go, 6-1 is the score. Jal with the ball underneath their basket. Going to inbound it. Try to find somebody. Steven Cervantes is open, double teamed. He's going to get over to Zayden Lujan. Drive the lane, turn around, put up a shot, misses off the side. And the rebound will be by Steven Cervantes, who puts it up and puts it in. 2 points for him, first of the game. So first bucket goes to Steven Cervantes. Trying to get it, but could not find the handle. That is going to be Granger, or actually Granger, as Zayden Lujan tried to find the handle. Instead, it looks like it'll be a turnover anyway. Zayden Lujan is going to go out. And Ornelas is going to inbound the ball. Actually, he's going to just clean up a little bit. Ornelas with the ball, gets it over to Navarrete. 4:37 to go. It is 6-3 the score. I'll fix that in a moment. Inside, back over to Navarrete, top of the arc, goes to his right. Double teamed, he's going to try to get it out. Finally does to Zane Lujan. Passes it to Ornelas, back over to Navarrete. Left wing now to Faulkner. Double teamed, and they are using that 3-2, and they're double teaming every time the ball handler has it. 3 on the way, missed, and that'll be a rebound. That'll be a foul against Daniel Ornelas. His first. Team's second. So Jal tried to get the score, but instead drew the foul. And all the way. Thought about it for a moment, did not. And a three-pointer on the way, shot and made. That was a catch and shoot. And that was by, let's see. That was by Tristan Assurance. Nice little jumper over there on the left wing, and he goes in and puts it in for Zekas Romeos. So 2 points for him, his points, first points of the game. 3:35 to go, 9-5. We've got a good game going on right now as both sides are trying to get the best of their players. Inside, draws a triple team, gets it out to a three-pointer, missed it off the right of it was Tristan. Rebound by Zayden Lujan, goes the other way quickly with 3:16 to go. Ornelas going to bounce that inside, no-look pass, and it is saved by Steven Cervantes, but it does go the other way, so a turnover for Jal. And then that was Laura, back over to, let's see, that was Brody Allen with the shot. Actually, I do believe that was Laura who had the shot, two-pointer on the way. And now it means 11-5 now. Speaking of which, 5, that was Navarrete. Inside to Daniel Ornelas, loses the handle. With 2:37 to go, 11-5, 6-point lead for Loving. Similar to what we saw in Loving just the other day on Monday, to be exact. Zane Lou underneath, feeds it to Ornelas, puts it up for a nice easy 2 and takes advantage of that no defense. Quickly the other way for Loving. To Anshures. Tristan loses the handle, will be picked up by Zane Lujan. Over to Zekas, who puts up a nice little floater on the left-hand side, misses. Rebound going back the other way for Loving. Stop, and he's going to turn around. Ricky Fuentes did. Inside, try to feed it to Ryder, and instead will go to Zekas Ramos. Try to feed it inside to Ramos, and instead will be a turnover for Jal, the 5th one of the game. St. Lujan coming out, being substituted. Looks like going in. Didn't see who went in, but nevertheless, nice little drive in the lane. He was able to get that windmill motion, and 2 more for Tristan. He's got 5 in the game so far. 13-7 is the score. Ornelas with the ball on the right wing. He's going to feed it inside over to Zacchaeus, and back over to Ornelas. Ornelas back to Zacchaeus. Going to go inside a little bit, back out again to Navarrete. Three-pointer on the way, misses off the back. And a rebound, long rebound, is going to go out of bounds. Steven Cervantes was one of those that tried to get it, along with Ryder Gonzalez, who has 6 points in this game so far. 13-7 is the score. Ryder has 6 of those 13 points for Loving. Three-pointer on the way from Navarrete, open and no, but Zekas gets the rebound. Inside to Steven Cervantes. Over to Ornelas. He didn't get the pass, but he did get that one as it bounces around underneath the feet and is unfortunately a turnover for Jal. The other way quickly for Ryder, I believe, and that's going to be Tristan actually who tried to get that shot made and missed. Navarrete with another opportunity. Instead, Faulkner with the ball. Inside the paint, over to Zekas. Thought about a three, got double teamed instead quickly, and inside will be Daniel Ornelas. Two-pointer on the way from Faulkner, misses. Going to get his own rebound, though. And Zekas with the three-pointer on the right wing, going to miss off the front of the rim. Going to be rebounded. That'll be by Tristan. Finally crossing the timeline will be Ryder. That's Tristan, I mean. To the right wing to Anthony. Anthony from Ricky Fuentes. Going to be a bad pass and be a turnover four. Just the third one, it seems, for Loving. Looks like we got a substitution coming in. It'll be Braven Vasquez. And coming out is going to be the sophomore, Lara. So 7.59 seconds remaining. It'll be a quick shot for Jal as they try to get the lead down. 6 seconds. Faulkner inside to Zane Lujan. Going to be another unfortunate turnover, and a shot for three from long distance is going to miss. And that means 13-7 is the score in the first. Down by 6, and they have 7. Jal has 7 turnovers versus Loving's 3. Let's go ahead and take a break. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, for scoring, like I said, Gonzalez has 6 of the points, 5 from Tristan Anchurez, and I've got Anthony Laura with 2 points. 0 for 1 are the Falcons. 1 for 2 on the free throw line are the Jal Panthers. It is 2 points each from Cervantes, Steven Cervantes, Daniel Ornelas, Ramirez, Zacchaeus. And those are your 6 points, actually, the N1, so 7 points for the Jal Panthers. Second quarter underway. Over to Faulkner. He's going to drive the lane, push it over to Zacchaeus, and he's going to get it back out to Zane Lujan. Right wing now for Navarrete. Navarrete had 10 points in his last game. He's wanting to hope to do that again. Zacchaeus once again on the left wing. Double teamed as they always do. Gets inside, drives the lane, pushes up a shot, and makes it, puts it in. 4 points for him so far in this game. He's the leader for Jal. Remember, well, Zacchaeus is a senior. Over to the right wing to Ryder. Three-pointer on the way, and will be off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by 3 Jal players, and it'll be Zane Lujan with the rebound. Going back the other way quickly as Steven Cervantes looks like he's going to be substitutioning here in the next break. 7 minutes to go. Bad shot. I think that was me a 3. Ricky Fuentes with the rebound. Returning the other way are the Falcons. Over in the hands of Tristan. Back to Tristan. Off the hands of Gonzalez. Inside. Thought about it. Did put up a shot. Missed. That is going to be by Brody Allen. Rebounded will be by Ryder Gonzalez. Going to get the, let's see, is that a foul or is that just, well, it'll be a turnover anyway for Loving. First one of the quarter. 6:41, 13-4 is the score. Back the other way will be the Panthers. Panthers with Zane Lujan. Over to Navarrete. Over at right wing now. Back to Navarrete. Loses the handle. Bad. As he tried to get it, but ended up in the seats almost, was Braven Vasquez, the senior. And coming out will be Tristan, the senior. So Faulkner to the left wing now. Looking at Navarrete. Will pass it over there instead. Past Laura. Steven Cervantes to a running Zane Lujan. Nicely done as he gets that shot put up, his first ones of the game. And it'll be a nice assist for Ornelas. Back and forth between Ricky Fuentes. And a three-pointer on the way off the front of the rim, no good. Will be rebounded by, that'll be Navarrete. Go across to Faulkner, underneath the basket. Going to get that to Zikas, who is double-teamed as well. Back over to Navarrete, top of the arc, going to run it the lane. Get it inside the paint, pushes up a shot and misses. Rebound is going to be to Vasquez. All the way across. Three-pointer on the way. Looked like that was for Ricky Fuentes as he gets his first shot up and good. Ornelas is coming up next break. 5:13 to go in a 15-11 game. Double team for for Navarrete inside to Faulkner to Steven Cervantes. Goes out of bounds. Last touch, unfortunately, by Steven. .501. Yeah, and Coach says if you're 2 feet away from him, don't pass it over to him. So some not a very good pass on that one. Turn over the ball. With the Falcons flying over on their side, underneath the basket. Tries to get it to Ricky Fuentes to the left wing now. And now back again to reset for Anthony. Ricky again back to Anthony. He's going to drive a little bit, go inside, lose the ball. That'll be a turnover for the Falcons. That was Lujan with the steal. Speaking of Lujan, he has the ball right now, but he goes to the right wing to Faulkner. Back over to Zayden Lujan. Up underneath, nicely done, as that is going to be 2 more points. 6 is what he has as he leads the Jal Panthers. Timeout on the floor. Let's take one with him as it is now down to a 2-point game. 15-13, and Loving not liking the way the direction is going so far in this game. We'll take a 30, be back in a moment. Thanks again to Lasco Construction, and this one for the sponsorship.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, we are back as it is Loving with the ball again. 4:12 to go in the first half. And a fight that will get Faulkner with the ball. So a turnover for Loving all the way across the timeline. Zayden Lujan as he gets double teamed. Going to get over to Navarrete. Navarrete's going to pass it back to Zayden Lujan. Going to go to his left-hand side. Found Faulkner once again. Double team, trying to take it out of his hand, but instead will get the hold foul. That looks like it'll be against Tristan Onshurez, his first, team's first, I believe, in this second quarter. Inbound the ball will be Zayden Lujan. Navarrete with the ball. Going back to his right again, Navarrete. Double team, going to go ahead and put up a 3. It's not going to make it anywhere close. And a loss to the ball. That's number 8 for Jal. Now to Tristan as he goes around, tries to drive the lane, gets double teamed. Instead, will be over to, that'll be Anthony. Goes around, gets knocked out, so it is Navarrete who gets the ball, gets it back again, going to go across. He's going to stand his ground as he draws the foul against Brody Allen, his second. And it was Navarrete who was trying to find the space to be able to draw it in. He does get the foul and the shooting foul as well, as that'll be the third team foul. Jal has not gotten a foul yet in the second quarter. 1 of 4 was what he was last time against Tatum. Hoping for better. First one's off the front, no good. One more opportunity for Navarrete. Let's see, that's a little tight. Second one does make. 1 of 2 for Navarrete. Leving with the ball once again. 2:53 to go in the first half. Fuentes with the ball. Now over to Anthony. Or Tristan, I mean. Navarrete trying to guard him and instead gets around. Drives the lane. No foul. Pushes up a shot. Misses. Rebound, turn around. And let's see. We got a offensive. Actually, we got a flop. So flop against Zayden Lujan, I believe. That'll be his second foul. So teams, actually they got that on the wrong side. Actually, no, that was a flop against Brody, I believe. Either way. I thought that was going to be I thought you had to have a, anyway, so shot up, misses off the back of the rim, and rebound will be, that's a nice one for Tristan. Thought it was going to be by Daniel Ornelas, but instead Tristan gets the ball once again, puts up the shot, and will be a foul. That'll be against, that'll be Ornelas' second. Shooting foul will put on the line for 2. That'll be Tristan Onchurez. His first one goes in, I believe. Yep, it's 15-14 right there. There we go. 2:22. Second one does go in. So 1 of 2 on the line. And inbound the ball with 2:20 to go and a 2-point deficit are the Panthers. So Jal being able to scrape back in this again. Hold the Falcons as this one goes out, and it will be a backcourt violation. So another turnover. That'll be number 10 for the Panthers. Going to be inbounding it in front of me. In front of the Jal bench. To the backcourt for Fuentes. Fuentes being worked on by Faulkner. He's going to go around him. Steven Cervantes with him now. And a double dribble is going to be awarded. That is the 6th turnover for Loving. So the sophomore with a double dribble. 1:59 to go in the first half. And inbound of the ball will be Navarrete to Zaid Lujan, back to Navarrete. Be Faulkner on the left wing, gets double teamed inside to Zaid Lujan for a quick one. And an assist for Faulkner, his first. Tie game, 16-all. That was, I believe, 4 points for Lujan. So left wing to the top of the arc for Fuentes. 1:30 to go. Inside to the big guy as he puts up a shot and drains it. That'll be 2 points for Jace. Back quickly the other way for Zaid Lujan. He's going to get double teamed and lose the handle. And it is the back to Zekas, who is on the floor. It'll be a jump ball. Let's see who gets that. I think it's going to be the Falcons who gets it. (18-16) is the score. And they're going to inbound the ball from the back court. So 1:10 to go. Loving with the ball. 2-point lead. Ref is talking about something beyond the play. Around again and misses that time. 1 of 2 from shooting. But a rebound for Zhao. Navarrete with the ball as he goes to Zekas. Zekas looking around, goes to his right wing inside to St. Lujan, puts it up, and 2 for him. 2 more as he was patient. 38 seconds to go. It is a tie game once again. Inside, Ricky Fuentes with a shot, misses it, and will be rebounded. That'll be a rebounding foul. Let's see who gets the call, as it looked like it was Tristan versus Faulkner. And Jal will maintain possession with 25.49 seconds remaining, and the game tied. Ornelas coming in, be going in for Zekas. And St. Lujan is going to be getting the ball now in the backcourt. Turnaround, he's going to use up his time as far as trying to get maybe the last shot. Instead, Navarrete back over to St. Lujan, top of the arc now as he gets over to his left. To a 3-point shot from Navarrete. Unfortunately, that went off the top. Otherwise, it could have been in, but instead it goes out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover for Jal, number 11. 10.23 seconds remain in the first half. Tie game after it was 13-7 in the first. Crossed it with 6 seconds to go, now down to 5. It's going to be a shot put up from far away, but inside the 2 range. That was for Tristan Anchurez. He missed that shot. And we will go into the locker rooms at halftime, tied at 18. Let's take a break. Be back in a moment. It was 11-5 was that quarter. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. You're watching Jal versus Loving in a district game that is going to help. Loving is pretty much out of it right now with the 0-6 record, but 4-2. Jal still has an opportunity possibly to get into the playoffs. So let's be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas
For over
Avenue.
25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
All right, we've got just under 3 minutes to go before the game gets started again. Let's go ahead and recap that score. Ornalis with 6 points. I did have that right. 0 for 2 from the line. Actually, no. But he shot 0 for 2 from the line either way. I know he's got an assist. 1 of 2 from the line. That is going to be Navarrete. Oh, that's right. Maybe that's what it was. got, oh, I had Faulkner with 2, but I guess not. That's where I was being thrown off by. Oh, no, that was from last time. That's right. 2 points from Zacchaeus, actually 4 points. He's got one bucket in the first, bucket in the second. I've got 5 points from Ornalis. As he has 2. One in the first, one in the second, like I said. And the 1 or 2 on the line. 2 points for Steven Cervantes. Did have that right. 7 points in the first, 11 points in the second. That gets us the 18. We're all tied up. For our opposing squad, the Falcons, it is 5 points for Tristan Onsuris, but 6 points is what Ryder Gonzalez has to lead the way. Nobody in double figures on either side. 2 points for Jace Moniz, who had another opportunity but just could not quite get it, dropped the trigger but couldn't get it to land properly, as that first one was a real nice sinker in there. And it was 4 points for Ricky Fuentes. He is 1 or 2 from the line. In fact, they are 1 of 3 from the line for the team, as it was Ryder Gonzalez who missed his opportunity, 0 of 1 on the line. Fuentes with the lone tray for the Falcons. And it is Tristan Onsuris. Oh, actually, no, he has a tray as well. And a bucket. 5 points for him, so 2 trays for the Loving squad. We're getting into the final half, of course, the third quarter. Updates for you real quickly. It's going to be Goddard Rockets over Loving of the Wildcats, 40-26. Tatum Hageman battling in the third quarter, 42-34. Hageman losing. Eunice boys lost once again. Texaco 73, Eunice 25. And it'll be 68-21 Hobbs Lady Eagles over the Clovis Lady Wildcats. Thanks for being here as we're about to get underway. Got to move the camera. And there we go. Jal started it off. Inside, bounced. It's going to be Brody who knocks it out of bounds. Still Jal ball. Coach trying to get them to draw in a little bit more. But they were doing a pretty decent job over there with the defense. Faulkner with the ball, back over to Navarrete. Heads to the left. Sees Ornalis, goes inside, tries to get it to Zayden Lujan, but instead gets it taken away by Brody. Puts up a shot, drops it in for 2. That's his first points of the game. And now it's 20-18, 7:25 to go in the third quarter. Faulkner with the ball, back over to Navarrete. To Ornalis, he's going to drive the lane, go underneath the basket, turn around in the paint, and get it over to Steven Cervantes. Now Zayden Lujan with the ball. Zayden with a desperate shot, goes in and out, but will draw, nope, he's going to draw the contact. And so he's got the charge. Second for him. Second foul for him. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Loving with the ball. Not a lot of scoring going on. This one is going to go up, in and out, and Faulkner with the rebound. Quickly the other way as it gets across the timeline for Zayden Lujan, over to Navarrete on the left wing. He's going to go inside, put up a nice little floater. Misses. Steven Cervantes with the rebound. Over to Faulkner, and 3 on the way once again from Navarrete. Misses. Going to be rebounded by Brody as it goes the other way. Fuentes inside, turns around for Ryder, I believe, and that's Ryder Gonzalez who had the ball. Now back into Tristan's hands, puts up a shot and makes it. So far it has been Loving ball. 4 points, 4-0 run so far early in this third. Zayden Lujan with the ball inside, over to Ornalis, to Steven Cervantes near the paint. Back to Zayden Lujan. To Ornalis for a 3-pointer on the way and misses off the front. Rebound by Faulkner, rebound again, this time misses again. Rebound is going to be, after 2 rebounds from Faulkner, to Fuentes. So Faulkner with an assist, 2 rebounds, probably more. And Fuentes as well with 1 assist. 5:36 still Falcon ball as that one went to Ornalis for a foul. His second. Actually, it should be his third. Either way, put up and in for 2. That's 6 points. For 3, misses off the side, and Brody will be getting the rebound. Quickly the other way for the Loving Falcons. Tries to pass it, says it was hit, but Braven Vasquez, I thought he touched it last, nevertheless. Yep, it's going to be touched by Vasquez, and it'll be a turnover for Loving, their first one of the quarter. So inbounding with 5:06 to go in the third. I think we all saw that. Coach trying to argue, but I don't see how. I didn't see anybody in the area that could have touched it for Jal, but I may have been wrong. Over to Zane Lujan, top of the arc. Back over to the right, or left, Navarrete for 3, and he hits it. This time he is able to get that 3 to drop, his first of the game. Assist 4, that is Zane Lujan. His second. Stolen by Navarrete. Going to be a turnover by Loving, only their second one of the quarter. Not a lot of turnovers so far, but I think it's going to go back the other way, as it was a foul call. And I think that was against Tristan, his second. Teams first. Back the other way to Zacchaeus, over to Zane Lujan for a long 2. Misses, going to be tried to get it was Faulkner, and instead goes out of bounds. So it's team with a turnover. Brody with the ball underneath the basket, tries to shoot it, but instead blocked, and it'll be Navarrete with the ball. Zayden Lujan with the ball, tries to go underneath the basket, draws the foul as he puts up a layup. And Ornalis is getting a little words from his coach. The foul will be a shooting foul against Brody Allen, his third. On the line to shoot 2 will be Zayden Lujan. His first opportunity. It's going to go in and out, no good. Last time he was free throwing, he had 1 of 4 from the line. Second opportunity for Zayden. 4:03 to go in the third quarter. Here we go, and got the second one. I don't know what he just said. He said something about red. I think that was a warning. So warning on the bench, or maybe even the coach. Either way, it looks like he's not happy as he went back to the other side of his bench. Double dribble, and that's going to be a turnover 4 for Loving, number 4 in the quarter. Inbound of the ball will be Zayden Lujan. Zayden with the ball, over to his right wing. Navarrete goes inside, uses up his dribble. He's going to pass it to Zayden Lujan. Inside in the paint, underneath to Ornalis. Nicely done. Assist number 3 as Ornalis gets 2 more points. Quickly the other way is Loving. And they are starting to lose control of the ball, looks like. Let's see, we've got a foul, though. That'll be against Navarrete, his first. Team's, I think, second. Nope, first. So 2 team fouls for Loving, only 1, as the game is tied up at 24. Fuentes drives underneath, pushes up a shot, will get the foul call. That'll be against Zayden Lujan. Coach trying to ask what happened. How did he get the foul? But instead, will go unanswered. Fuentes to the line to shoot two. 3:32 to go. Tie game at 24. Here we go. Let's see. Fuentes, 1 of 2 from the line, and made that one. One more opportunity for Fuentes. He had 4 points in the first half. Second one is up and will bounce off the back of the rim. Brody's going to get the rebound and the foul call. And let's see who gets the foul. Ornelas gets his third. Team's third as well. Loving with the ball, 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Back to Tristan. Actually, it's screen. Gets around the screen. Drives inside the lane. He's in the paint right now, and he gets a stumble, fumble, tumble, walk. 5 turnovers for Loving in this quarter. 3:19 to go. 25-24 is the score. Oops, and a tumble on it as it was taken over by, that was Braven Vasquez. Three-pointer on the way from Ricky Fuentes off the back of the rim. He did bounce it, but he did miss it. And Zane Lujan with the rebound. Double teamed as he hits the floor. And that'll be a foul against the Falcons. And it'll go against. That'll be Braven Vasquez, his first. Team's the third. Both teams with 3 fouls. Three-pointer on the way. Off the front of the rim and rebounded by Daniel Ornelas. Turns around, tries to put up a shot, missed. Zane Lujan with an almost rebound, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by him. It'll be a turnover for Jal. So all that effort, no score. Sometimes that happens that way as Ricky Fuentes is going to inbound. It looks like it's going to be to Onchurez. Coming in the game is going to be the freshman Zaid Lindman coming out. Daniel Ornelas, the quarterback for the football team. 2:47 to go. Inside to Brody Allen. And he's going to get it now to Tristan. Tristan for a nice little shot. He's going to call a foul. That'll be a foul against, as he explains, yeah, it was a push foul, not a hit foul, but a push on the midsection for Navarrete. And that'll be number 4, one more, and that'll put Falcons in the bonus. Actually, it is going to be a shooting foul. So the 1 would go in for Tristan, his first opportunity for a free throw. And now a 2-point lead. One more try, and he gets that one as well. So 2 for 2 from the line. 27-24, 3-point lead with 2:40 to go in the third. Tight game, low score. Jal's been in many of these. Navarrete with a full court press over to Zaid Lujan. Zaid's going to get it across the timeline. Inside to Zekas. Gets double teamed. He's going to pass it out again. And unfortunately, Ricky Fuentes is going to grab that ball. Get it to his right wing for a shot that's going to go up after a quick catch and release. Rebound and another miss. Zekas with the rebound on that one. 27-24 once again. Three-pointer on the way. Misses off the back for Faulkner. Zekas with the ball now on the right wing as he gets it over to Navarrete. Navarrete for 3. Bingo as the twine falls. And that one is going to be his second, I believe. Yep, his second 3 of the game. Tie game. Oops. And quickly the other way for the Falcons. Almost lost the ball going out of bounds, but instead gathers the dribble was Tristan. As he works against Navarrete over to Brody. Brody's going to turn around, put up a floater, and drop it in for 2. His points all in the second half. 4. That is Navarrete over to Zekas on the left wing, back to the top of the arc. Right wing now for Faulkner, up to the top. Thought about a three. Now he's going to make it. Or no, he's going to take it, I should say, as Faulkner tries to rescue it, but goes out of balance in the process. Turnover for Jal. 1:06 remaining, 29-27 is the score. 2-point deficit for Jal. Inbound of the ball will be Ricky Fuentes. Still plenty of time on this one. Remember, it was a 13-7 first quarter lead for Loving, and Jal was able to get back into it. Lost the handle. Navarrete with an easy shot, misses it. Fuentes with the rebound on that one. Was maybe too lackadaisical about that one. Goes the other way and passes it across, but not before a foul is called. Actually, it may have been out of bounds. Nevertheless, it was a helium pass that went over the head of Ryder Gonzalez, 6'4". So you know it was tall. So under a minute to go, 53.73 seconds remaining. Navarrete with the ball as he goes to the top of the arc, back to the top of the arc, over to the left now to Zekas. And now they're trying to see if there's an opening. Inside, underneath to Zayden Lujan for a shot, misses. Rebound's going to be by the Falcons. Nope, he lost the ball. Faulkner with the ball. He's going to go ahead and drive the lane, get it up, and miss to the left. It'll be rebounded once again by Faulkner, so he misses his own shot, gets his rebound, and he will get on the line to shoot two after those misses. Had quite the opportunity to get the lead, or at least get back to a tie game. It wasn't a shooting foul, so it'll be instead an inbound for Jal. 29-27, 2-point lead for the Falcons. 29.73, and Ornalis with the ball in the left corner. Gets out of it, goes to the paint, turns around, puts it to Navarrete for three on the way, on the front of the rim. Rebound will be Zane Lujan, who gets it back to Ornalis and then dribbles it out. As it hits his feet, goes out of bounds. Lost with 16.686 seconds remaining. Number 3 for Jal. That cross again, 12 seconds to go. Puts up a shot and drops it in for Tristan Onsuris, his first points of the second half. Zane Lujan over to Ornalis, back to Zaid. Puts up a shot, a little less than three, and it's not going to make it. As it will be 31-27 as we go into the fourth quarter. And this is going to be a close game so far. Let's go ahead and keep it here for us. Actually, we're going to go ahead and get a commercial in. Be back in a moment as we get the numbers and together and let you know what's going to happen for the fourth quarter.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
We are back, and like I said, 18-18 was the halftime score, 31-27. So outscored by 4. That's 13-9, Loving over the Jal Panthers. Fourth quarter is coming up. I think we saw a similar situation happening in the past, but definitely Jal wanting to take back the advantages. They had a couple opportunities to get back in the game at the end of that third quarter, but just could not get the baskets to drop for them. Got the rebounds, but not the baskets. And you know the baskets count more than the rebounds do. Although it is nice to get a couple of rebounds, get a second chance shots for your team. Right now, though, Ricky Fuentes with the ball. Back over to Allen Brody. Or Brody Allen. Fuentes inside to Brody. Turns around, tries to put up a shot, misses. And will be a long rebound from Zayden Lujan. Back the other way quickly. Then goes over to Navarrete for three, misses off the front of the rim. And the rebound will be by Daniel Ornalis, who gets under the basket, misses the shot. And once again, Brody with the rebound. Fuentes gets it across the timeline, is conflicted, or actually is defended by Navarrete, and will have a reach-in foul, I believe. Coach asking about what the call was on that one. But Navarrete with the call, second foul for him. Well, I already had him for 2, so I don't know. So we are in the fourth quarter. I know these things go pretty darn fast, don't they? Well, we are in a timeout. It is going to be 30 seconds, actually less than 30 seconds now. Let's go ahead and take one.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll
Three-pointer on the
remember.
way. This is off the
204
front.
East Kansas Avenue.
Steven Cervantes gets turned around by Ricky Fuentes. He does take it, and I has possession of it again. To Tristan on the left wing, goes inside, drives the lane. Nope, he didn't, but he does almost lose the ball as he passes it back out. It is tracked down. Back to Tristan again from Ryder Gonzalez. Left wing now for Fuentes. Two-pointer on the way, missed. Rebound will be a long one for Zekas Ramos. Back the other way for Zayden Lujan as he crosses the timeline. 6:35 to go inside. Back out again to Navarrete. Zayden Lujan thought about a 3, instead drives the lane, puts it in the paint. Misses the shot, and it'll be saved by Daniel Ornales. Navarrete with the ball, but the foul will go to Tristan Onchures. I believe that's his third, team's first. So non-shooting foul. Zayd Lujan with the ball, going to inbound it. 6:25, three-pointer on the way, misses. And it'll be Tristan with the ball, quickly going the other way. Coast to coast, and lays it up and bounces it in for 2. 4 points for him in the half. Zayd over to Navarrete, top of the arc, back to the left side. Navarrete at top, left now, or right now. To Lujan. Lujan looking, trying to direct traffic. As he has Steven Cervantes near the paint. Inside, he's going to feed it to Steven. And over to Daniel Ornales. He's going to get the foul and the shot for that. 4 points, and he has his 2 buckets in the second half and the and one. That'll be against. Let's see, looks like number 2 for Ryder Gonzalez. The and one for Daniel. He is 1 of 2 from the line so far today. Make that 1 of 3. Rebound is going to be going to Ryder Gonzalez, the one who gave up the foul. 5:40 to go. Almost a pass picked off by Zane Lujan, but instead, this time it is picked off, and a foul against, looks like that'll be possibly Ricky Fuentes, as it was Navarrete who was able to get between the 2 players, and it is Ricky who's going to get the foul. Looks like that is his first, team's third. So 33-29 is the score still. Inside to Steven Cervantes, turned around to Zayden Lujan, drives the lane, puts it up in the paint, misses, and Ornales with another rebound. Zayden gets, he may have hurt himself in the process. No, he did not, but Lujan with the ball again. And that one drops in. That looks like that was from Faulkner. Either way, 2 points, and a timeout is going to be called. 5:06 remaining. We'll get the score fixed right now. We'll also take a 30-second to thank one of our sponsors, including Lasco Construction. This is from Iron Sports Grill.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Next week is going to see Jal on the road, but first they're going to be, well, actually they're going to be on the road as on Monday it'll be at home against Tatum. Tuesday will be for the Eunice Cardinals in Eunice. And then the last one will be on the road against Texaco. That'll be the tough one as they round out the season. Of course, we'll also have the tournament as well, district tournament for you next week or the week after that. So, yeah, 2026 is almost done, or at least the playoff-wise. And, of course, the Panthers fighting for a playoff berth. Fought and knocked out of bounds, Faulkner, as it is 4:50, a 2-point difference, and Jal trying to get back into this, into the lead. Inbound ball will be Loving under their front court. Going to get it to Tristan. Back again to a streaking Ricky Fuentes. Misses the shot, rebound by Steven Cervantes, and back in the hands of Zane Lujan. Navarrete back to Ornalis, right wing. Navarrete with a possible three, but then faked it instead. Zane Lujan inside. Ornalis, he's going to put up a shot and miss off the back. He missed everything, basically, except for the backboard. Ricky Fuentes is going to get the ball after it was rebounded by, I think that was Tristan. 3-2 on the way, misses. Rebound will go for Brody Allen. Allen's going to make a shot in the paint, miss, and Faulkner with the rebound. 4 minutes to go as it gets across the timeline by Zaid Lujan once again. Then goes to his left to Faulkner. Faulkner trying to work against and goes inside to Steven Cervantes underneath. Loses his footing once again, but he gets it to Navarrete. And now to his right. Back to Navarrete to the left. Faulkner drive the lane, push up a shot. Misses off the side. Ornalis with the rebound is going to get the foul. Looks like that'll be against Ryder Gonzalez. That could be his third, team's fourth. Nevertheless, that'll be a shooting foul. It is his third. Ornalis has been on the line before, and it's 1 of 3. That one goes in. 2 of 4. 1 point lead for this winless Falcons team. One more. Thought he had a friendly bounce, but no. Instead, it'll be rebounded by Brody Allen. Almost stolen by Zane. Instead, it'll take it, try a shot, and Steven Cervantes with the steal. Navarrete, 3:20 to go. Faulkner on the right wing, back to Navarrete on the top. It'll be Zane Lujan inside to Faulkner, fed it underneath. He's in the paint now and lays it up, puts it in for 2. Nicely done. It is 4 points in this half. 3:07 to go. We've got a 1 point lead for Jal in the half, and the timeout is called by the Falcons. Let's take one with them as we continue coverage right here. Yes, you're watching it on Jal Sports Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Updates for you on Hobbs Eagles as the boys won in Clovis, 57-42. Lovington boys lost to Goddard Rockets, 44-36. Tatum upended Hageman, and that was the boys, 60-49. And Texaco just stomped on Eunice once again, 73-25. So that is something that Jal is going to be looking forward to at the end of the season. But they do have Eunice one more time, and that'll be happening Tuesday in Eunice. But right now it is 1 point lead against this Loving Falcons team inbounding the ball. with 3:07 to go in this game. Trying to get some defense a little closer, maybe some full court pressure. As we get everybody lined up, ready to go, and here we are, 3:07 to go in this game. Tristan with the ball now. Be guarded by Navarrete. Over to, that is Vasquez. Back to Tristan. Ricky Fuentes with the ball now as he gets around his defender. He's going to get double team, pass it to the right. Three-pointer on the way, and that is Tristan dropping it like it's hot. Second three, first in this half for him. Zaid over to Navarrete. Three-pointer on the way, misses off the side. Ornalis with the rebound underneath the paint and tries to put it back in, but gets the rebound again. Another shot, another miss, out of bounds. And they go to the Falcons. So a 2-point lead for the Falcons, 2:30 to go. And with the ball will be Tristan, the one who just made that three-point shot just a moment ago. Looks like that is a foul away from the ball. And coach not happy about that call. First one for the team, second for, actually the first one for Faulkner. Drives inside, gets double team, pushes back out again to the right wing. And now over once again to Tristan, working against Faulkner. Sorry, that's not Faulkner, that is Navarrete. Inside, pushes the drive, and will go out of bounds as that shot doesn't go anywhere. Turnover four. That'll be against Loving. Not very many turnovers on either side. Not enough to be able to influence. Under 2 minutes to go now. Lujan with the ball. Goes over to Daniel Ornalis in the corner. Back out again to Faulkner. Actually, that is Ornalis. Right wing in the corner. Feeds it back out again to Navarrete. And now it's Faulkner inside, back out to Navarrete, over to the right. And we'll draw the foul. That looks like it'll be against Braven Vasquez, his second. Could be the fifth team foul. Let's see, how many fouls do we have here? Yep, that's foul number 5. As Navarrete is going to the line to shoot 2. He is 1 of 2 from the line so far today. First one goes, rolls in. Nice little shooter touch there for him. One more, we'll tie it. 1:37 to go. Here we are, the second shot, and it drops right on in. Nothing but net. 36 all. Low scoring game with 96 seconds remaining. And a stolen pass by Ornalis. Gets it to Lujan. Navarrete driving against Brody Allen. Double team, back over to Navarrete. To Zane Lujan, over to the left wing. Faulkner with the ball, now gets it back over to Zane Lujan with 1:12 to go. And Navarrete with the ball on the right wing. Fake the pass, gets it back over to Zane Lujan. Trying to feed it inside to Ornalis or to Steven Cervantes. Unable to so far. Now I'm going to go ahead and get it over to Ornalis. Back over to Faulkner. That is Navarrete to Zaid Lujan. Three-pointer on the way. Assist by Lujan, 3 for Navarrete, his third of the game. And now we have a 3-point lead. A timeout on the floor. 37.87 seconds remaining. And this Cinderella team may have pulled it off once again as the winless Falcons are flying low. Pause for a moment, be back as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Last time these two teams met, it was in Loving. It was a 61-45 game. This is not quite the same, as Jal was able to win by 16 points. But this time around, or 26 points. Nope, 16 points. I had it right. This time around, though, a 3-point lead. We've got 37.87 seconds remaining in the game. Inbounding the ball will be Loving. Still has an opportunity to get back in the game and possibly get a tie, or maybe even the win. Tristan with the ball, working up against Navarrete. Over to the left wing now. Get back out again. There we are. Tristan, a long two, misses. Rebound is going to be, that was not a very good shot, as Ornelas, I think he was trying to draw the foul instead. And they draw the foul against Zayden Lujan. 17.08 seconds remaining to stop the clock. And he'll be going to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to go against Braven Vasquez, the senior, number 3, or third one for him. Zayden Lujan, 1 of 2 from the line, and he's all bent in the second. First one, there we go. Sorry about that. First one is up. Off the back of the rim, no good. So still can make it a 3-point game. Actually, a 4-point game. The 3-point game right now with 17.8 seconds remaining. Crowd's going to go wild if he can hit the second one. Misses, though. Rebound is going to be by the Falcons quickly the other way. Timeout will be called, as that was a rebound by Braven Vasquez. So with 13.79 seconds remaining, they're going to drop a play to see if they can get a 3-point shot, maybe even a 4. Of course, just don't foul, and that is something that I'm sure Coach is going to be talking about in the huddle. So a full minute. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
This is where the rubber meets the road, as some people say. This is where the men stand up and win their game. 39-36, and unfortunately Zayden Lujan, who had a chance to kind of put more pressure on the Falcons, unable to get those 2 free throws to fall. It's unlike him for the most part, but nevertheless, though, it did happen. So we have seconds to go before this game is over with, and at least one more opportunity for the Falcons to be able to get at least a shot to tie the game before regulation is over with. 13.79 seconds remaining. Here we go. Gets the ball and will be fouled. That'll be by Zayden Lujan. That was Ricky Fuentes, and still some fouls to give. Only 2 right now, 2 for Jal. So still plenty, 11.78 seconds remaining. And Ricky with the ball once again. And will get the foul with 6.8 seconds remaining. Timeout is on the floor, and we are going to take one with them. Actually, no, let's not. Let's just say, oops, that's a little loose. So 6.8 seconds remaining. Timeout is on the floor. I'd like to thank our sponsors, without whom, of course, we would not be able to put these on the air, including Lasco Construction, Woolworth Library, along with Panther Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Iron Horse Sports Grill, Mamacitas Cafe, and Jal Schools, Municipal Schools. Thank you very much for all your support. Without you, of course, we would not be able to put these on the air. And, of course, you, the fans, and the watchers, whether you're watching it live or afterwards, we appreciate you doing it, whether it be on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. Yes, indeed. So I think we are one of the last games, and if anybody else has been watching other games, thank you very much for joining us as well. It is a tight one as we have 30 seconds left in the timeout. These two teams faced off on Monday. Jal was able to be victorious. Right now it is a 3-point lead for Jal, 39-36. And they're still not in foul trouble yet. So Jal in the bonus and 2 more. They have 1 more to give foul-wise. Coming in, looks like that'll be Jace Munoz. Munoz is in the game now. I think they're going to try to see if we can post him underneath and maybe even try to draw the foul as well. To Brody Allen. And now to Fuentes for 3 on the way. Off front of the rim, no good. Was trying to get the foul as well. And instead, that will run out the clock. 39-36 is the final. And Jal avoiding another bullet. 8 points for Jal in the 4th quarter, only 5 for Loving. So they are continued to go undefeated or winless. 0-19 is their record, and 0-7 in the district. Meanwhile, Jal improves to 10-13, 5-2 on the district. Coming up next will be Monday. That their game against Tatum will be here in Jal. Take a pause for a moment, get you some sponsors, be back and wrap this thing up so we can tell you what's going on next as well as what happened today for the boys. Thanks for watching. Be back in a moment.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Panther
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, let's talk about Panthers as far as their numbers. We had one in double figures. That was the king himself, Davian Navarrete, with 2 of 4 from the line. It was 1 of 2 in the first and 1 of 2 in the second half. He had 3 trays to help get his 11 points. 4 points for Faulkner, 7 points for Lujan, even though he was just 1 of 4 from the line, but he did have 4 assists. Also had a couple rebounds for Faulkner as well as an assist. Had Navarrete, 3 of 6 from, no, actually that was from last game, but he was 2 of 4 once again with 11 points. Zekas Ramos had 6 points with 3 buckets, and he did all that in the first half. It was Daniel Ornales who had 2 of 5 from the line, but made 2 key buckets in the second half. 9 points is what he scored altogether after he had 5 in the first. Steven Cervantes, he had just a bucket in the first. And there were 6 scorers for the Jal Panthers. For the Falcons, it was 6 scorers as well, as they were just short on the win, their first one of the season. They're trying to get one, but just could not do it. They did very well as far as not turning the ball over. 6 in the first and 6 in the second, so that's 12 altogether for the game. Meanwhile, not so much. They were out turned over by Jal. Jal did 18 turnovers. So next up for this Loving squad is going to be the Buzzsaw themselves, Texaco. That'll be happening tomorrow. So back-to-back games. This was a back-to-back game, or actually this wasn't a back-to-back game for Jal, but they will be having one on Monday and Tuesday. Monday we'll see them at playing Tatum, and then Tuesday will be in Eunice. A very short drive over to Eunice for the road game there. Once again, Eunice losing their game against Texaco. They're 5-3. Jal will be 5-2 as well. So that'll also help as far as the seeding goes. Texaco being number 1, Eunice and Jal. Actually, Jal should move up to 2. Eunice drops down to 3 and go on from there. And I think Tatum is 3-4, Hageman 2-6, and Lovington drops to 0-7. So with that loss, of course, it is now 35, and actually for the boys, they have a record of 36-12 against this Loving Falcons team, with a 4-game winning streak against them. Last time they lost was 2014, 41-39, so it was a close one once again. They keep these things close, and definitely keep them exciting as well. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up because we've got 3 games next week, and of course they're going to be exciting. Once again, Tatum on Monday. Tuesday will be Eunice. That'll be in Eunice. And Friday will be on the road in Texaco. I am Ron Gunner. Thanks again for Evie Stuber. I'm trying to get her name wrong because it was, you get that's what you get when you put Evie Stuber together. Stevie. I don't know if she knew that or not, but now she does. For myself, for Nomark Broadcasting, and for everybody around, enjoy the rest of your lucky Friday the 13th as well as tomorrow, whether it's Valentine's Day, the weekend starting, or Saturday, whatever you want to call it. Enjoy yourself, have a good time, and try to stay warm, of course, as always. Thanks again for watching. Be back on Monday right here on the Jal Sports Network.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109.